Hi, everybody. This is Alan Fine, and I'm here with Jim Tedesco, who's the Vice President of Sales for Apple Leisure Group Vacations. And we're here to talk about all the support they've planned for travel advisors and also their new campaign, Ask a Travel Advisor, all here on Insider Travel Report. So, Jim, thank you for talking to us.
Yeah, of course. Happy to be here.
So it all begins with the business development managers, doesn't it? I mean,
100%.
if reporting travel advisors, that's really the first stop. Let's talk about them and the support that you give them.
Yeah. So I have the privilege and honor of looking after 28 of our team of 28 sales managers across the U.S. And I have to say, throughout COVID and throughout our mergers and acquisitions, they have been the rock of the business. I always like to say they're our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth. They're the everything to the company. They help make sure that the travel agents' voices are heard, and at the same time help make sure that any resolutions that we need to find are found. But the most important part of their job is to really help develop the business of travel advisors across the U.S. I like to think of our team as sort of like an extension or like a business partner to agencies across the U.S. So, we only know what we know. So the more you can share with us on your strategies and your business, the more we'll share on our side. And hopefully we find strategies that overlap and we can continue to grow. And sometimes it's a matter of like, oh, you know what, we're doing something that if we just tweak this a little bit, it'd be perfect for you. And it helps create great conversations to help grow the industry, because that's why we're all here. We're all here to grow our business.
So how can travel advisors get in touch with their BDM?
So the easiest way, depending on where you are, I would go to algvacations.com/BDM finder. And then from there, we have our entire team, their territories listed out. If you're part of a host, we do have BDMs that are specific to your host. So I would look to see which host you belong to and look at the rep that way rather than by location. But if you are part of a host, feel free to reach out to the local BDM too, or reach out to your BDM and they work very close together. So if there are local events and things like that, you won't miss out on it. We'll make sure you get included in it.
So you always have, so I'm sure the answer is going to be yes, helpful programs and resources for the travel advisors.
Yeah, and I could probably spend a full hour on all of them, but I won't. I'll kind of just go through one of my favorites. How about that? So, I think I mentioned earlier just before about finding strategies that overlap to help make travel advisors more successful. And one of the strategies that I think help your pockets is our Get Paid to Upgrade. So if you look it's like a little color-coded box and it'll say that there's bonus commission available. But in VAX, next to some of the higher level room categories, you'll see that you could earn an extra 2% commission on a lot of those room categories. I like to say, don't just look at the entry level category, start higher up and then always work your way down. Sometimes actually the difference between, let's say, the bottom level category and the next level up is only $30, $40. And that higher level category may have the 2% bonus upgrade, a bonus commission. It allows travel agents to say, I'll upgrade you free of charge because you're going to basically make that $40 up maybe in the commission side. So that's something to take a look at. We also have exclusive perks. Those are it's a program, an amenity program, where all you have to do is book the hotel. All the added amenities like champagne in the room or spa treatments or whatever it may be, varies by the hotel, are included, and you just have to book it. But we don't need the credit. You can take the credit. You can say that you arranged it for them. That's fine. But it does say exclusive perks in the VAX description as well, so you'll know that hotel can give your customer a better and a greater experience at the hotel. Now, on the marketing side, to help grow your business, we have the ALGV 360 program, which really is a turnkey marketing solution for anyone that if you've at any time have said, God, I wish I had like a graphic designer in my agency, I got one for you. So you go to algv360.com. And in there, we have everything from postcards and flyers and social media posts to radio scripts and things for our partners of the month and hundreds of different things that you can use in your daily marketing, right down to images so that you don't have to pay for the ability to buy an image. Right. Yeah, the rights to the images. You can use it. We've already done that for you. So there's a lot there. We also have the travel log, and the travel blog. The travel blog is exactly what it sounds like. It's a blog that is great content for you to repurpose and put into your websites and social channels. And then the travel log is, best way to describe it, it's like an e-brochure, but on steroids. So the great thing about e-brochures is that you can then email the links. It's a lot easier. But the downside to e-brochures is the same downside that you find with any other brochure, is that once it's printed, it's immediately out of date. And a lot of times an e-brochure is just an e-version of that brochure that you click and you turn the pages to. Where the
not this one.
Not this one. This one's on steroids. So this one is actually far more interactive and can be updated on the spot by our teams as hotels do renovations, new pictures, things like that. And there's hotspots to it. So you can click on the image and up will pop a carousel of all images. There's videos that are embedded into it so that it's more interactive. And I always love to toss out this stat. And now, granted, this is a few years old, but I'm still going to run with it. If anything, the numbers just increased. But the average consumer has 42 touch points before they even approach a travel advisor. So you ultimately want to be the last part of that planning process. You don't want to give them a static brochure where they may then say, oh, you know what, this looks cool. Let me go look at TripAdvisor. Let me go look at the hotel website. Let me go ask other people and do Google searches on it. You don't want them to do that. You want to give them something that's going to be like, wow, here's a bunch of images. Wow, here's some videos. Here's all the information that you may need. The best thing about Travelog is that you can take a 150-page Cancun brochure and decide, I want to send them the cover and the back cover, the travel protection page, the App Start page, and only the 3 hotels that I recommended to them. So they're not going through and then saying, well, what about this one? And what about that one? And going and searching all these other hotels that you know are not good fits for them.
No,
so it really helps
when they're inundated, it's harder to make a decision. And so
correct. So it really helps you close the sale, but at the same time, appear incredibly professional. And you can do a PDF version of it, but then you don't get the carousel of images and things like that. But you can create it, send them the link, and it's far more interactive. I love it. And then the last thing I'll just talk about is in Vax. Vax is our booking platform. It's one of the most intuitive and smart marketing and sales tools that are out there. One of the things that you can do that I find incredibly helpful is that we have the email sales tool. So you can select up to 6 hotels and 6 features and then send the quote directly from Vax. I recommend sending it to your email, your own email, because if you want to add in a set your own commission, raise the price a little, you can easily delete it out, put a new price in. But it very nicely compares everything side by side, puts a very professional piece together that you can send them of, 2 different level room categories at 3 different hotels, the share transfer versus the private transfer, and a sightseeing all in one, so that they can come back to you and say, we want this, 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 and this. Thank you, book it. So there's a lot of tools out there.
I can hear them. I can hear travel advisors going, they thought of this. Oh, they thought of this. And the other thing is you're also listening. I mean, if they have suggestions and new changes and updates, that's where they come from them. They talk.
Yeah,
to you, right?
100%. I have to say, and obviously I'm a little biased because I work for ALG, but I've never worked for a company that probably is as involved and puts the importance on listening. Nothing falls on deaf ears. Everything gets listened to. Strategy takes time. It may not happen overnight, but we do listen to every piece of advice and all of the things I just mentioned. And I probably forgot another handful of important ones, but they all are the result of conversations with travel advisors.
Now it's dense. It's dense and it might be difficult. So is there education and training available?
Yeah, that's another thing I love about our company actually is, so we have an education campus on the Vax page. There's tons of webinars and trainings live and recorded that are there. You can listen at your leisure or sign up for a live one if you'd like. But we also, through our education team, offer something called implementation. And that's something that is a little bit more, it requires a bit more commitment and dedication on the advisor side. But we give you a trainer to talk to you and say, how can we help? So maybe it's you have some new agents, or maybe you're new and you want destination training, Vax training, and some hotel training on specific chains. We can do that for you. Maybe you want groups training and Vax training and something else. We can do that. But it's 3 1-hour sessions that we dedicate just to you, you and your advisors that are in your agency, so that you can get an in-depth training on the areas that you feel are necessary to learn more about to help elevate your business to the next level. And then just to take it one step further, we also fall, maybe like beginning of Q4. Well, we're hoping for Q3, but I'm going to say Q4 because technology is a crazy thing. We are going to be launching a learning management, within a learning management system, a whole new education platform called ALGV Pro. And that will be from soup to nuts, on-demand training program for you to be able to go in and learn everything you need to learn, not just about booking ALGV, and how to be efficient when booking ALGV, but also just understanding the industry and getting the training that you need. So we're really looking forward to that. It'll be a bunch of short, like 2 to 6 minute videos within each chapter. So you can do it on demand. You can do it over time. You can start it, go back in and start it again later on. It's going to be a really exciting platform for us, and we're excited for that.
Good. That's good. Well, last year you had the Year of the Travel Advisor. That was the big campaign.
Yeah.
And now we're transitioning to Ask a Travel Advisor. How is it different, and what should they expect this year?
Yeah, so last year we did the Year of the Travel Advisor because, let's face it, you deserved a year after the year prior that you all had. And this year we're kind of doubling down and going more on the Ask a Travel Advisor. So last year was more about us celebrating you. This year it's more about us helping to continue to grow and truly make sure that the travel agent remains the vital piece of the vacation planning process.
Right, the pivotal center.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. So we're doing a lot of things and a lot of fun things too. So the concept of it is designed to create more conversation. So we're doing, we have a Facebook page, and we invite you all to go to the Ask a Travel Advisor Facebook page because it's for both consumers and travel advisors to talk, to have conversation, and for you to be able to say, hey, call me, I can help you, or I'm an expert, I'm certified in that destination. We're also doing things like, we have some celebrities, actually. We have Ice-T and we have Carson Kressley, and you can find all of these on the Facebook pages. And I'm sure we're probably going to load them to a few other of our marketing pages. But I do encourage you all. Some are funny, but more importantly, they promote travel advisors. It's a great way to help bridge the gap between a well-known face and the travel advisor community.
What are some of the top benefits that travel advisors can have when they book through ALGV and your brands? Reward programs, things like that.
Yeah. So they certainly keep us busy here. We have a lot of things. My mind is like a pinball machine of all the things that we offer. So I guess I'll start with Waves. Waves is our loyalty program. Every booking that you make, it earns points. Those points go into a bank, and that bank you can buy virtual Visa gift cards or a microwave, whatever you decide you ultimately want to buy with it. You can use it for travel, for flights, for hotels, and so on and so forth.
Luggage. Use it for
luggage. Exactly. We also have our Elite program, which I mentioned before. So those levels both starts at the Sapphire, then Emerald, then Diamond. And those reward our agencies that make us a preferred within their business and direct a lot of the business towards us. And there's some great levels, like obviously there's a recognition trip and things like that, but there's access into our premium lines, and there's other added perks and benefits, such as added Waves points or air seats and hotel stays and things like that we offer through our Elite program. And there's a bunch of other things that we do, but honestly, like those are two areas that we invest. It's one of those things where, if I'm being honest with you, we invest millions in every year. Like they're both very expensive programs, but we do it because we believe in the travel advisor, and we understand, like with Waves, for an example, if you're not an agency owner, you don't always get the benefits of the Elite program. That's really something that the agency owners do, and the agency owners deserve it, and we thank them and have an enormous amount of gratitude for them. But Waves allows you, as an independent consultant or an advisor within the agency, to earn and be rewarded as well. So it's why those two programs are so important to us.
So Jim, how do you feel about travel now? What has the past 2 years taught us and taught your company?
I think COVID has brought some negative, but I think it has brought some positive to our industry too. And it has made us all kind of just pause and reflect and realize where change needed to happen. And maybe it was change that had been on the back burner for a while. And COVID really was the great accelerator. It made us pull the Band-Aid off and do things that we probably had been thinking about, for quite some time. And I think it's really pushed the industry forward to a place where it probably really needed to go. And I'm also proud of the people that work in this industry, because if we think about it, we are getting now to shape the future of tourism. We are getting to figure out what that future looks like. And, I heard someone say not too long ago that, we all sort of work in the snow globe, and the snow globe has been shaken, but it doesn't mean that the opportunity has changed. It just means we have to find it in different places. And I think that that's what COVID has done. It's just made us look for opportunity in different places. And the end of last year and all of this year so far, knock on wood, has been phenomenal. And it speaks volumes to the people that work in this industry, to our partners, our advisor friends, and even some of our competitors. Like, we've all really just stepped up and made sure that we all take care of each other, and that we're putting policies in place to keep the travel advisor an important piece of the vacation planning process. And so, I like to look at the positive side of things, and we're still searching around the snow globe for those opportunities, and we'll continue to search around because it's what we have to do. The industry moves. It's always moved quick, but now it moves at a pace that we have to change with it if we're going to continue to keep up. And that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. No,
not at all. So let's reiterate that if travel advisors want to get involved, they should be going to algvacations.com/BDM finder.
Yeah, that's where they can find their BDM.
Any other URLs they should be using?
Head on over to the Facebook pages of any of your favorite ALG Vacations brands, Apple, Funjet, Travel Impressions. I'm sure there will be links over there into the Ask a Travel Advisor page. You can also search for Ask a Travel Advisor as well. But reach out to your BDM. We can give you all the information you need. That's the easy one.
Well, Jim, thank you for talking to us.
My pleasure.
And this is Alan Fine for Insider Travel Report.